What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action, spawning on the left side of the map, playing as Zeus. He is in the blue color. And his name is Iamhoused, also known as PegasusRush or Lara, for those who play on the extended edition. His opponent today in the red color playing as Isis is IamJoe. The map is Ghost Lake, and this is a best of keep Boyd from going to sleep series. Yeah, and we're playing on no patch today. No patch Ghost Lake. One gold mine, no patch Ghost Lake. Exposed gold mine. What a poor Joe. But no patch has a lot of differences. For example, Isis is at full strength. He's found his hunt. Happy days. But Isis is at full strength, but so is Zeus. Zeus's restoration comes back to full power. And he can do some really cool things, you know, some really, really cool things. So Ghost Lake is the map, and Joe is shafted. So going to be finding all those goats, doing all those things. It's been a while since I've seen a no patch game, but I can expect it's going to look very similar to the 4.0, because in reality everyone kind of plays the same way in 4.0 as they would in 1.03. It's just that what they do is stronger. So if Peggy decides to go for centaurs, his centaurs are going to be able to 2-hit villagers instead of 3 hitting the villagers with their special. If Joe decides to go fast heroic here, his Ancestors Eclipse is just going to be stronger, which is generally what's happened with the patches. It's not that anybody has really done anything too brand new, because nothing's really changed that much. It's just got a little bit weaker in certain areas, you know. So these boyos felt like a blast to the past, playing a little bit different with some shenanigans. So the other thing that happens in no patch, that you might be aware of is these maps. They can spawn some very interesting resource layouts. For example, the trees right here are a little bit peculiar. You only have like kind of two close trees here. But he does get the berries right on top of his settlement as well, which is always nice to see. And yeah, we do have Joe finding both of his town centers, but his gold mines are definitely going to be difficult to secure here. I'm not sure how he's going to manage to defend this gold mine, because he may have to throw up a tower here. And I'm assuming that Peggy will just go Athena here 110% of the time, every single time, because if he can get in here and push off this gold mine, it's going to be GG, it's going to be lights out. I like this little house wall here. So Joe does have the option of rushing Classical Age and throwing up a tower here, which could actually cause some issues for Peggy's Athena rush, but we'll see what happens. He may decide to just go Hermes for the bonus super strong centaur, super safe, can raid really well, get super far ahead. Also deals really well with the ancestors. If you have like 5 centaur, you can basically one-hit the entire ancestors. So as they spawn, you shoot it with a couple, and then as the next spawn, you shoot it with a couple, and they kind of refresh their abilities, and it's good. It's good. And there's the monuments of the villages. There's the temple coming up, and still no advance time for Peggy. This is a little bit late for him. Normally he's going up like 4:30, but looking like a 5-minute advance time, going through Hermes this time. Sees the gold mine and doesn't want to abuse it too badly. But what you can do against this gold mine is you move in with your Odysseus. So if you kill off one of these houses, move in with your Odysseus, and you just Alt S right here. You can basically just push off this gold mine anyways. So it may be worthwhile for Joe to basically get that second that tower up anyway. He's gone for 2 monuments here. So this could just be a straight fast heroic for Joe, going Scorpion Man, or he could do his patented Anubite raids, which are always very, very exciting, but definitely not as strong in no patch as it is in 4.0, because Anubis was given a little bit of buff. Necropolis specifically was given the buff, so you get extra favor. I think it's I'm not sure exactly what it is, but But that's the gist. We do have relics here. Shingles of Steel as well. Ooh, I like that one. And the Catastropus just breaking this little location here has been a little bit of a pain. I like how careful Joe's being around here. Catastropus going to harass a little bit. Centaur coming in second. Centaur comes out. So in no patch, it was better to go double Centaur straight away and then get Sylvan Lore. In 4.0, it's better to get Sylvan Lore first and then get the extra Centaur, because you generally weren't getting as much value out of having 2 early Centaurs, and one might get picked off. Catastropus is going to be sitting on this house here, and it's going to actually be here for long enough. We'll see if he can get it. Centaur does come in, hits one of the villagers, and he will get away with his life here. The next one is getting pushed off as well. Joe going to the Classical Age through Bast. It may be worthwhile for him to be going a little bit on the Sphinx here. But while this is all going on, Joe could have actually snuck these barriers for a while. It looks like no, the Centaur are making their way over, so he's making the correct decision to come back to his base. He has quite a few goat in his base here. And now the Odysseus is here. Like I said, this Odysseus coming in is going to be very, very difficult for Joe indeed. And he's waiting for the Classical Age. He kind of needed to finish these walls off, which is why he did them out even further, and now trying to get the houses up. Get Pharaoh to help empower that one. Pull this villager back, and you'll be okay. And there's the second town center going up for Peggy. And the Centaur running in already, going to be picking off some villagers. It is worthwhile to basically just bring those back and sit on the berries here, on the goats, sorry. And we do have some resources here. The Sphinx does get picked off, and the Centaur coming back in, gonna get another villager kill. They're so strong in no patch, so strong indeed. And you can just see he only built 2. He didn't go 3, he just built 2 and second town center, and then he goes stables. And he's just going to be harassing. This is not an overcommitment at all. He just runs in, tries to get a villager kill, and if he can, he will. And he sees the villagers, he goes from there. Both going to get away, though, into the watchtower. Nice micro from Joe. And surely Peggy will not go for... Okay, he's going to go for it. He's being cheeky, but Joe does dodge that one there with the garrison micro. Well played by Joe. And still no armory coming in just yet. And there's the attack, but there was no special ability there. Still garrison micro here, and the Centaur is so fast they do dodge the priest attack, because the priest has a track rating of 6 and the Centaurs have a speed of 6.5. So the 6 track rating, they can attack up to 6 speed, and once they hit 6 speed they start missing. And 6.5 speed is obviously more. Now there is the prosperity here. Interesting decision, as now they're coming in. But the Pharaoh, on the other hand, the Pharaoh has a track rating of... Oh, he only has a track rating of 5, so it's a little bit worse. But can definitely turn around and whack at these guys. You're going to get 2 of them? No, he doesn't even get 1. Almost, and the Centaur do get to full speed. Picks off 2 villagers there with that raid. These Centaur have done absolute work right now. And now Peggy is just getting super far ahead. And he just plays so cleanly. Just everything coming out at the right time. Does have... both town centers at 0% for some reason. I think he doesn't. Well, he does have husbandry, but not really pumping those very fast. Instead, they're going to be running away now. Feels good to be a Centaur, super strong. And Nephthys is on the way now for Joe. So we'll see where he goes with this Migdol. It's going to be tough. I like to sort of risk it a little bit. You get a lot of value out of an Ancestors Eclipse on the economy. There is an obelisk here, which you'll see up to this point. You can send forward a priest or something like that and try and sneak in an Ancestors Eclipse to the economy. It does a lot of damage early. The other alternative is to go for an all-in with Chariot Archers, Scorpion Men, and Siege Towers. That's why we saw the second monument there for Joe. And what is this? He's got villagers on the forward gold mine. He's obviously looking to set up something there. And Hippocon coming out of one stable at this point. There's the Migdol Stronghold. Centaur coming back in. And these villagers don't have any way to run away from this. And the priest just sitting here missing. And Joe taps out. GG. Well played. That's just super unfortunate map here for Joe. There's nothing you could really do. I do think that building some Sphinx here as a counter to this is the way to go, because the Sphinx could just sit here and actually do damage, and it would be, and it does shut this down a little bit. The centaur can obviously snipe the Sphinx, but then you just heal it back up with the priest. And then at least you're not getting your villagers getting picked off there, and that's the no patch for you. Anyways, we'll go out and we'll move on to game number 2 if they want to keep playing. Hopefully they do. It could be very tilty playing this. Anyways, GG. Next game is coming shortly.